මගදී නැවතුනා මතකද මම අර වෝල්ටේජ් වේරියේෂන් එකක් ගැන ඒක කන්ටිනියස්ලි වෙනවා ඒකත් එක්ක ගොඩක් අපහසුයි වැඩේ කරන්න. දැන් අර පවර් බෑකප් එහෙම දාගෙන Wi-Fi වලට ඉන්ටර්නෙට් වලට තමයි ක්ලාස් එක කරන්නේ. ස්මාර්ට් බෝඩ් එක යූස් කරන්න බෑ. මේ වෝල්ටේජ් එක වේරියේෂන් එකක් වෙනවා. ඒක ඉලෙක්ට්‍රිසිටි බෝඩ් එක පැත්තෙන්ම ආන්සර් එකක් එන්න ඕනේ. එතක පොඩ්ඩක් මේ විදිහට කරගෙන යන්න වෙනවා. රයිට් ඕකේ. රයිට් ඒ කියන්නේ තියෙන්න ඕනේ වෝල්ටේජ් එක රයිට් මේ තියෙන්න ඕනේ ප්‍රමාණයට වඩා වෙනස් වෙනවා. අඩු වෙනවා ඩ්‍රොප් වෙනවා. රයිට් මේ වෙලාවේ ඩිමාන්ඩ් එක වැඩිනේ. ඉලෙක්ට්‍රිසිටි වලට තියෙන ඩිමාන්ඩ් එක වැඩි. රයිට් එකයි. ඕකේ. සෝ අපිට හීට් කියන ලෙසන් එකේ පොඩි ප්‍රමාණයක් තියෙන එක මම සන්ඩේ කම්ප්ලීට් කරලා ඉවර කරනවා. දැන් අපි යමු අලුත් ලෙසන් එක අපි පටන් ගමු power energy and application. මොකද ටර්ම් ටෙස්ට් ලාගෙන හින්දා අරගේ චූටි ප්‍රමාණයක් තියෙන්නේ ඒක මම සන්ඩේ කම්ප්ලීට් කරලා ඉවර කරනවා. රයිට් එතකොට අපි power energy and application කියන යුනිට් එක අද පටන් ගන්නවා. එතකොට අපිට ඒක next week වෙනකොට ඉවර කරලා දාන්න පුළුවන් නිසා. North Western province නම් ටර්ම් ටෙස්ට් තිබිලා තියෙනවා. වෙන other points ටර්ම් ටෙස්ට් තිබුණා වෙන ප්‍රොවින්ස් තිබ්බද? නැනේ NWP ඒ කියන්නේ North Western province දරුවෝ ඉන්නවද අපේ ක්ලාස් එකේ? කැමරාස් ටික ඔන් කරමු ක්ලාස්. නෑනේ. හරි ඕකේ. හරි අපි යමු එහෙනම් ලෙසන් එකට. Right, power and energy of electric appliance. So you know that whether we are using different kind of electric appliance now. We are using different kind of electrical appliance. What are they? TV, radio, right? TV, radio, computer, right? Those are the electrical appliance that we are using. So then in this lesson, actually, we are discussing about the power output, about the power, right? Power and power of the electrical appliance. We are discussing about the power of that appliance, right? මේ appliance වල power එක ගැන තමයි අපි කතා කරන්නේ. So what do you mean by power? So you can see that whether, right, if you are seeing the electrical appliance, right, in power cable, the power adapter, you can see that whether it mentioned the power, right? It mentioned the power, right? It's given the voltage is also, right? They mentioned that very important features, right? If you are taking off any electrical appliance, they mention that, right? What are the things mentioned? Take your laptop charger or mobile phone charger, then you can see that whether things that mentioned here, right? Make a mention කරලා තියෙනවා. So I have my mobile phone charger. So මේකේ තියෙනවා ළමයි මෙන්න මෙහෙම කතාවක්. Here having power adapter model එක දීලා තියෙනවා. Input 240 volt AC. AC mean alternate current, and any other thing is given. Output is given. Output may import output given by 5 volt. 5 volt and 2 amperes. මේ විදිහට දීලා තියෙනවා. Right, and 10 watt කියලා තියෙනවා. 10 watt කියලා තියෙනවා. Those are given there. Those are the things mentioned this. Right, it's a mobile phone charger. Right, likewise, if you are take the any of the every kind of electrical appliance, right, you can see that whether here is the my actually power guard of the. Can you hear me? Pain nani mama? Pain nani? Kian pelama. Wait. අර්ධ වෙනවනේ. Okay, now okay. Right. මේ බලන්න එතකොට it's given that මේ 240 volt and AC mean alternate current output 5 volt 2 ampere likewise. Right, here is the my power guard of the smart board. Right, make it mention කරලා තියෙනවා මොකක්ද? What is it? Power, voltage and their voltage range working. Right, likewise. The voltage is range එකක් මේකේ දීලා තියෙන්නේ. It's working 180 to 250. right මෙන්න මේ voltage range එකේ මෙයා වැඩ කරනවා කියලා තියෙනවා. it's a power guard no right මීට වඩා වැඩි වුණත් මේක off වෙනවා අඩු වුණත් off වෙනවා right likewise information is given right මේක තමයි මෙයාගේ working range එක power guard එකේ right anyway the thing so if you can see that your electrical appliance having in your home you can check that whether likewise this kind of informations are given right you know that whether you are using different kind of electrical appliance in your home what are they you are using the radio television heater right oven right different kind of things electric iron right in your home you are using so what do you think about that the power of these appliance are same or differ to the each other what do you think if you are considering the power of the electrical appliance so what do you mean by power right but the power of the electrical appliance are the not same right power is measured by the unit you heard about I think that right we called as a watt capital W වලින් කියන්නේ watt we call it as a watt right අපි watt කියලා කියනවා right that is the power watt වලින් අපි mention කරනවා got it idea right so that is we called as a power so then we can define the power right we can define the power so how do we define the power actually the power is we can say that whether in grade 10 as I remember I think what do you mean by power power equal work done in a unit time right මං හිතන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මතක ඇති what do you mean by power power equal work done in a unit time power equal work done in a unit time we have discussed about that in grade 10 right මං හිතන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ grade 10 මේක මතක ඇති කියලා හිතනවා right එතකොට power equal work done in a unit time එනම් power equal work done divided by time this formula we have learned in grade 10 so unit of the power is we called as a watt symbolized by the capital W so as the same way the power of the electrical appliance is also definition the same what is it work done in a unit time or we can say it energy consuming unit time what is it we can say it as a energy consumed in a unit time what is it we can say it energy consumed in the unit time we can call it as a power right so then here having in the tute so please highlight that one right tute එක highlight කරගමු ළමයි right tute එක highlight කරගමු कैमरा स्टिक ऑन करूंगा नितिन रुशैनी सैनु रेहान कैमरा कॉल करेगा Hurry, okay then consider that the electrical appliance likewise so you can see that it's the electrical source right here is the electrical appliance we provide the electricity to this one right අපි මේකට electricity එක provide කරනවා so then right you know that it produce energy right we have to provide the electricity right we have to provide the electricity It's an electric source. So then how do we calculate the power of that electrical appliance? The power we can calculate, what is it? How do we? Power equal voltage into time. P equal VI. It's a formula. Power equal voltage into time. Power equal voltage into time. Right? V voltage. Right? It measured by the volts. Right? V mean voltage measured by the volts. Volts, right? Volts. You need to take a volts, right? So unit of the volts is also the capital V. Right? I mean, what is it? Current. You know that how to measure the current unit ampere. Ampere. Right? Next one, power. Power mean P. P equal power. Unit of the power is actually what I said. It given by the watts. Capital W. Right? Everything is given on the tube. Right? Tagala tube take highlight karagan hote. Read the tube and quickly highlight. රහාන්ගේ පාස් මන්ත් එකේ ටියුට් එක පෝස්ට් කරලා තියෙන පුතා හම්බුනේ එහෙම නැහැනේ. ඒක පෝස්ට් කරලා තියෙන පුතා පොඩ්ඩක් මට බලලා කියන්න හම්බ. ඔයාගේ අර ගැටලුවක් තිබ්බනේ. හරිනේ. Okay, come to the questions. Right, okay. Okay, come to the question. You can see that. Can you find the answer? When filament bulb is connected across the voltage difference 12 volt, a current of 2 ampere form. What is the power of the bulb? Find it. Find it. What is the power of the bulb? Please find it. The power of the bulb. Yes, what is it? Please put the answer into the chat box, okay? Yes, put your answer to the chat box. From filamented bulb is connected to the 12 volt voltage, right? Anna, so how do we find? Right, use the equation P equal VI. බලන්න මේකේ print එකක් තියෙන කට්ටිය. මම මේක ගොඩක් කල් දාලා group එකට. You have the print out this one. ratio and එකක් දාමු ළමයි තියෙන කට්ටිය. තියෙනවනේ. Okay. P equal VI. So then, right, how do we find that? Right, voltage is 12 volt, current is 2 ampere. So what is it? 24 watt. 24 watt. 24 watt. 24 watt. පුතේ අද ක්ලාස් එක යන 10 වෙනකන් විතරයි. 8:30 to 10 pm. කට්ටිය දරුවොත් අඩුයි නේද? ටර්ම් ටෙස්ට් ඉඳලා වෙන්නේ. සමහර ප්‍රොවින්ස් වල පටන් ගන්න තියෙනවා. Okay, find the answer for the second question. An electric oven operates under the 230 volt power supply. If it has a power output 2000 watt, find the current drawn when the oven is working. Find the current. Good question. Yes, Roshani, find the answer. Don't do the other one. So how do we find that? An electric oven operates under the 230 power supply. If it has power outage of 2000 watt, right? Again, P is given by 2000 watt. V equal 230 volt. I එක තමයි අහන්නේ. කොහොමද අපි හොයන්නේ? P equal VI, the formula. P equal VI. So the power is 2000 watt equal voltage 230 into I. So I we can find 2000 230. 2000 divided by 230. We can find it. So take the answer. Take the answer. What is it? Your answer is 8.69. 8.69. So you can get the idea about that. The power is actually always the product of the voltage into current, right? May make relationship. These relationships very important to us, right? May relationship එක අපිට හරි වැදගත්. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට right, I earlier said that whether I am facing the right problems for the electricity. That's why I am not using my smart board, right? Why I said that whether my voltage always in our in our area, right? The voltage is variation always, right? We can learn it about the it is related to this lesson. So therefore, right, listen to me very carefully. So what is the voltage should we come to our home? It's a 230 to 240 range. Got it idea? It's a voltage, right? Most of the electrical appliance is also there, right? They also made by according to this voltage, right? They are made by according to this voltage, right? The thing is happening in our area due to the high demand of the electricity. The voltage is reduces at the peak time. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ වෙලාවට voltage එක අඩු වෙනවා. ළමයි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් මම voltage measure කරනවා 180 වලට වගේ අඩු වෙනවා voltage. කියන්නේ මේ national grid එකේ voltage එක. ඒ කියන්නේ මම ඉන්න area එකේ grid එකේ voltage එක 180 වගේ අඩු වෙනවා. තියෙන්න ඕනේ කොච්චර 230. So what happened to the electrical appliance work in this voltage, right? Then directly power එකට connect කරලා board එක use කරන්න පුළුවන්. It's okay, ප්‍රශ්න නැහැ මේක වැඩ කරනවා. හැබැයි lights වල පොඩි ගැස්සෙන ගතියක් එහෙම තියෙනවා. got it idea? right එතකොට මොකද්ද මේකේ වෙන්නේ? මේ බලන්න right voltage එක 180 and මෙයා ගන්නවා 13 ampere electricity එක. මෙයා ගන්නවා 13 ampere electricity එක. right මට මතක නෑ මේකේ watt ගාන right it's about like අපි දැන් 400 watt කියලා. හිතන්න දැන් මෙයාට ඕන ඉන්නේ 13 ampere. මෙයාගේ මේ 230 right in that board working 230 voltage in 13 ampere. මේ දෙක තමයි මෙයා ගන්න. එතකොට මෙයාගේ power එක කීයද බලන්න. So we can find the power. Right මේ බලන්න right the voltage is 230 and current maximum current allow the 13 ampere. So 230 into 13 කියන්නේ the watt is about 2990 watt. මේ වගේ voltage එකක් තියෙනවා. මට හරියට මතක නැහැ. Let's think about it. It's a 13 ampere. මේ තමයි මෙයාගේ watt එක. ඒ කියන්නේ right maximum voltage the power of that electrical appliance is 2990. Right that means the product of the voltage into I current. So when it is working that when that board is working always right it's try to working output working what do we call power is 2990 watt මෙන්න මේ watt එකේ තමයි මෙයා වැඩ කරන්න try කරන්නේ why මෙයාගේ power එක 2990 නේ උතර මම කියන එක පැහැදිලි ඇති right the power of that board is 2990 right so එතකොට මෙයා හැම වෙලේම output එක දෙන්න හදන power එක තමයි 2990 watt right එහෙනම් මේ power එක දෙන්න නම් so you know that whether voltage and current product should be there at the constant. ඒ කියන්නේ voltage එකයි current එකයි හරියට හම්බ වෙනවා. දැන් බලන්නකො මොකක්ද වෙන්නේ? It needed to 13 ampere current. But in our area voltage එක මොකක් වෙනවද? Voltage එක reduce වෙනවා. අපි මෙහෙම බලමු කියමු. right මේ බලන්න output එක 2990 watt එකක් තියෙනවා. හැබැයි voltage එක මේ වෙලාවේ තියෙන්නේ 180. මේ වෙනකොට current එක කොච්චර ගන්නවද බලන්න. So I equal 2990 divided by 180. So simplify this one. Simplify this value. Right after simplify this value, it's coming to the 16.6. 16.6 ampere. So you can get the best idea comparatively this value. Right? Understand that. The maximum current that allowing we'll think about that 13 ampere to that electrical appliance due to the voltage under the 230 voltage. So then it will give to this amount of power, right? So when it is working, always the appliances is try to work in output. The power is 2990, but you can see that in the situation voltage reduce. voltage එක reduce වෙනකොට මේ power output එක දෙන්න මෙයා වැඩි කරගන්න try කරන්නේ කවුද? Always it try to increase the current taking from the right grid එකෙන් ගන්න current amount එක වැඩි කරගන්න try කරනවා. එතකොට current එක maximum current එකක් වැඩි වෙනවා. right current එක වැඩි වෙනකොට මොකක් වෙනවද? allow වෙන්නේ 13 ampere හැබැයි මෙයා 16 ampere ගන්න try කරනවා. මේ electric appliance එක සම්පූර්ණයෙන් කාලෙත් එක්ක මොකක් වෙලා යනවද? මේක පිච්චිලා යනවා. පැහැදිලි නේද? ඔයගොල්ලන්ට idea එකක් ගන්න. always right ඒක working power එක ගන්න voltage and I කියන combination එක constant. right power is constant. When the voltage goes up, current goes down. When the voltage is down, current is up. Having an inverse relationship, right? ඒකයි අර low voltage එකේ අපි electrical appliances වැඩ කරන්න හොඳ නැහැ කියන්නේ. So do you get the idea about that? Did you understand it? Rough idea එකක් ආවද ළමයි? Yes or no? No ද? raise your hand එකක්වත් දාන්නට උතන නිදිද? මලිත් තේරුම් නැද්ද ළමයි? කබලන් තේරුම් නැති අය පොඩ්ඩක් කියන්න බලන්න බනෝජෝ. කට්ටියටව තේරිලා නේ? හරි ඒක. Okay. Right then let's come. Okay, come to the next one. Electric energy consumed by appliance. Electric energy consumed by electrical appliance. Right? So then what is the mean by electric energy consumed by electrical appliance? Power is, we call it as power is the rate of consumption of energy or energy consumed by unit time. We have learned it. So therefore, total energy consumed by an electrical appliance depend on the duration that is operated. Right? The total energy consumed of this electrical appliance, we know that with the power is actually voltage into current. So then total energy consumed by electrical appliance depend on the time duration that it operates. We operate time duration dependent on. Therefore, we can calculate that the total energy consumed E equal P times to T. That is the formula. The energy that consumed E equal P time to T. Right? What do you mean by E? E is energy that consumed, P is power, T is time. E equal PT, and another equation we can derive that from the E equal PT. So you know that P equal V I know. Using this one, you can write it E equal VIT also. How to come the VIT? Instead of the P, you have substitute the VI. Then VIT also you can take. So you know that V is a volt, I is a current, T is a second, E mean energy. T means second mean time, right? Energy is measured by the joule. You know that the unit that we are using measure the energy, it's a joule. It's a joule. Right? Okay. Right. Come to the questions. It's given the two questions. ප්‍රශ්න දෙකක් දීලා තියෙනවා පොඩ්ඩක් කියන්න ප්‍රශ්න දෙකට. ඔය උත්තරයක් දාගෙන යන්න. මට ඉක්මනට උත්තරයක් දාලා දෙන්න ළමයි. ප්‍රපොඩ මේක හදලා මේ ආන්සර්ස් ටික දාමු ළමයි. Finish lamai? Yes. Kobalan Ashmi Hamisha. Good. Right. Only one student put the answer. Please put your answer, right? Give her a term test, brother. No. Sabaragamuné the province secretary. Ratnapura. When will it start? Kada patan. Hari, api amu di. Okay, Lamai. The power of the headlight of motor car is 50 watt. Find the energy consumed this lamp is operate with in 112 hours, maybe 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours, right? It should be the 1.5 hours, right? So how do we take the answer? E equal PT. E equal PT, right then. The power is given 50 watt. Time එක දීලා තියෙනවා. Right? 1.5 hours, 1.5 times 2. Right? Time should be converted to the second. So how do we? Should be multiplied by 16 to 60 second. Simplify this one. Right? What is the answer? After simplifying, the final answer, you got it. It's about, what is the unit finally? Joule. Why it's a joule? Because that it's energy. Because that it's energy. Due to its energy, the unit be a joule. Okay, right? The next question. 6-volt bicycle electric bulbs draw a current 0.6 ampere. What is the power consumed lighting the bulb in 5 minutes? Right? E equal PT, P equal VIT. We have to use that. VIT. Right? So V is 6 volt into I mean 0.6 ampere. Then time 5 minutes. 5 minutes into second mean 5 times to 6. 60 seconds. Then you can get the final answer. What is it? 36, 3.6, 1000. Final answer 1082. Total energy consumed is 1082. it's a headlight of motor car. Okay, you can see that whether headlight of motor car and bicycle electric bulb. Then අපි ගත්තොතින් if these two is working in same time. දැන් අපි ගත්තොත් අපි බලමුකෝ මෙයා 1.5 hour ni. Right? Imagine that whether it is also working in how many time? 3 minutes කියලා හිතමු මෙයා වගේ. Right? මෙයා 3 minutes use කරනවා නම් කොහොමද අපිට ගන්න වෙන්නේ? E equal PT අපි දාමු මේකට. Let's use the E equal PT. Power equal 50 watt into, let's think about, it is also working 3 minutes, right? So then we can find the answer 50 times to 180. So then 0, 0 and 4 is remaining 9,000 joule. 9,000 joule. You can see that whether Pute, right? In headlight of the motor car and bicycle electric bulb, those are the bulb, two different bulb, right? When we are using these two different bulb, when we are using these two different bulb in the same time, right? You can get the idea about they are using, they are consume different kind of energies, right? They are using the energy, right? The energy consumed during this time in that bulb is 9,000 joule and here 1,080 joule, right? So what is the reason that the power of these two electric bulb are not same? Here, what is it? 50 watt, and here you can see that with a 3.6 watt. 3.6 watt likewise. So therefore, the power of the electrical appliance, right? Very important to us when we are using the electrical appliance in daily life, right? To know the power of the electrical appliance is very useful things. Why? To conserve the electricity, right? To conserve the electric bill. Electric bill එක reduce කරගන්න මේක වැදගත් වෙනවා. Why? If the power of the electrical appliance is higher right? Power of the electrical appliance higher in the unit time period, that electrical appliance using higher amount of energy. To give that energy, they are using large amount of electricity. In that time, it uses a higher amount of electricity. So therefore, we have to pay for this is in higher amount than to the another one. So therefore, by knowing these factors, what do you mean by power? Knowing the power is very important, right? To save our electric bills. And what is it? Some of the electric appliances are there. Their lifetime is also increases with reduce the power. Most of the electrical appliances. The example, you come to the page number 2 on the tune, given efficiency of the electrical appliance and conserving power. Efficiency of the electrical appliance and conserving power. It's given that the bulb, right? Different kind of bulb are given. Lights of filamented bulb, fluorescent bulb, CFL bulb, LED lights. Those are the different 4 type of bulb. But consider that their power, the power of the filamented bulb is 60 watt. The lifetime is about 1,200 hours. Fluorescent bulb is about 22 watt, about 3,000 hours. CFL bulb is about 11 to 13 watt, right? It about 11 to 13 watt. It's 8,000 hours. LED bulb is about 6 to 8 watt, right? LED bulb ගත්තොත් බලන්න LED light 6 to 8 watt. Watt එක 6 to 8. Lifetime is about 50,000 hours. So what do you think about? Out of this 4 bulb, which one is most efficiency to us? අපිට most efficiency වෙන්නේ මොකක්ද? Which one? Yes. Which one is most efficient? No idea about that. Just using the LED or CFLO, put your answer into the chat box, filament or fluorescent bulb. Which one most efficient? Yes, Lamai? No idea about that. LED. Dulnara, what do you think? Didula? Nethini? Yes, is it LED or not? Yes, it's a LED, right? LED. Using LED is most efficient than to the right using the another bulb, right? Why? The lifetime is also higher as well as the which one? Their consume electricity is also very low, right? Okay, then right next we are going to discuss about measuring electric energy in kilowatt hours. දැන් මේ කතාව තියෙන ළමයි මේ යුනිට් එකේ අන්තිමට තියෙන්නේ. හැබැයි මම ඒක චුට්ටක් මුලදී උගන්වනවා හේතුව තමයි මේ ගණන් ටිකත් එක්කම ඒක කම්ප්ලීට් කරගෙන යන්න පුළුවන්. ඒකට අවශ්‍ය බෑග්ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එක හදලා තමයි මම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කියලා දෙන්නේ. ඒකෙන් දෙක මැද්දින් දැම්ම කියලා worry වෙන්න එපා. එතනින් එහාට තියෙන house electric circuit එක discuss කරගෙන යන්න. දවස් දෙකක lesson එක. හරි. Before that, right? Page number 2 වලට එනකන් පොඩ්ඩක් note එක බලාගමු. 2 වලට end එකේ page number 3 වල top එකේ points වගේක් තියෙනවා. ඒක ටක් ගාලා කියව ගන්න, කියවලා highlight කරගමු. Quick. So come to the lesson right now. Come. So you know that whether mostly, right? We are going to discuss about measuring electric energy in kilowatt hours. Right? Tell me that whether did you see the electricity bills come in your home? Right? Did you see the electricity bills? Electricity bill එක check කරලා තියෙනවද? Yes. කවබලන්. So how do we pay that? How do we pay that for the electricity bill? How do they calculate the like the how many amounts we want to pay for the consuming electricity? There's a unit that we can measure, right? We can measure that how many units of the electricity we are using in the given time period. Given time period is actually within the 1 month period. How many amount of electric units we have used. So what is the instrument that provided to measure the electric unit, to measure the electric units that we have consumed. What is the device? Yes, what do we call? Yes, what is the device? No idea about that. What do you think? It's an electric meter. What do we call? We call it as a electric meter. Electric meter actually, right, we can use to measure the amount of electricity, right, we are using given the certain time period, right? Maseka ho, satyeka ho, year or right, we are measuring using the electric meter. Actually, electric meter is provided by which one? Service provider. ඒ කියන්නේ සිලෝන් ඉලෙක්ට්‍රිසිටි බෝඩ් දැන් නම් සිලෝන් ඉලෙක්ට්‍රිසිටි බෝඩ් කියන එක නෙමෙයි තියෙන්නේ මොකද්ද ඉලෙක් ලංකා මට මතක නැහැ right actually what is it දැන් නම් CEB නෙමෙයි concept එක අපේ රටේ ඒක අර ප්‍රයිවටයිස් වුණානේ එතකොට මොකද්ද කියන්නේ ඒකට electricity distribution Lanka Private Limited, EDL. EDL, yes, EDL, not CBL, EDL, Electricity Distribution Lanka Private Limited. Private Limited කියලා කියනවා. Right, මෙහෙන් එනවා. ඇවිදින් මොකක් කරනවද? In every month they provide the bill, right? ඉස්සර නම් paper එක print කරලා එනවා. දැන් නම් එහෙම එන්නේ නැහැ. It coming through the right email or message, right? Again, SMS විදිහට එන්නේ. So anyway, so how do they calculate? They calculate the electricity as a kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour. The unit, right? Number of unit that we are using is given by kilowatt hour. Some houses is there 200, 50 kWh unit කියලා කියන්නේ නැත්නම් 50 kWh number of units, right? It's given by kilowatt hour. So what is the relationships? Anyway, that you know that whether this amount, this unit is calculate, how to calculate that this unit. You know that when we are using the electrical appliance, right, we are using the energy, right? When we are working, when we are using the electrical appliance, mean we take the energy, right? This energy, the amount of energy we are using in totally in end of the month, right? Right, we are using 10,000 joule energy end of the month using the electricity. This 10,000 joules is converted to the kilowatt hour and then you, right, they tell that with the unit that we are using in every month, right? When we are using the electricity, mean we are using the energy, electric energy. So energy is we measured by the joule. You want to understand that. So this joule end of the month is converted to kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour, right? After that they given the electric, right? The number of unit we have used. So therefore there is a relationship between the which one? Joules and kilowatt hour. Firstly we want to know about that. අපි ඒක දැනගන්න ඕනේ ඉස්සෙල්ලා. So what is it? There is a unit relationship. The unit is 1 kWh mean we can expand it in 1 kilowatt into hour. 1 kilowatt into hour. The relationship. How many hour? 1 hour. 1 kWh. Right? You can get the idea. Listen to me very carefully. So 1 kilowatt equals to 1000 watt. Therefore, we can write it 1000 watt into 1 hour. We can write 1000 watt into 1 hour. This 1 hour we can convert to second. How do we convert into second? It's 1 multiplied by 60 mean minutes and again multiply by 60 is second. Is second. Right? Is second. So then you can see that finally it's come watt second. Watt second mean what is it actually? Joule mean equal PT. Equal PT. Power එක measure කරනවා watt වලින් time එක second. Watt second කියන්නේ අපේ energy එක joule කියලා ගත්තනේ. එහෙනම් here is also we can say that we 1000 time to 60 time to 60 joule. right? Simplify karan. 6 times to 6, 36 times to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 to the power 5. 36 times to 10 to the power 5 joule. We can write it scientific notation 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. And the 1 kilowatt hour equals to the 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. Here should be the relationships in between the kilowatt hour and the joule, right, maker? First of all, you want to know about that. පැහැදිලිද මේ relationship එක පැහැදිලිද ළමයි? කො බලන්න මේක පැහැදිලිද කියලා? හරි? So එහෙනම් මේ බලන්න kilowatt hours equal වෙනවා, right? What is it? Number of kilowatt hour equal ළමයි number of what? මේ බලන්න මේ මොකක්ද? Number of what? What kilowatt කරන්න මොකක් කරන්න ඕනද? Should be divided by 1000. Number of kWh equal number of watt divided by 1000 into time එක කියන්නේ time එක මොකද? Number of hours. Number of hours simple scene නැති. watt 1000 වලින් divide කරලා kilowatt කරලා මේ kilowatt කරලා ඒක hours වලින් multiply කරා නම් kilowatt ගාන එනවා. right? ඔය ටික දීලා තිනවා tube එකේ ටක් ගාලා බලන්න. predict the tube මේ බලන්න. Electric energy is measured in kilowatt hour by domestic electricity meter. We know that, right? 1 kilowatt hour is amount of electricity energy consumed during 1 hour by electrical appliance with power consumption of 1 kilowatt. Although energy is usually measured in joule when the consumption is higher, energy in joule given large numerical value. Energy in joules give large numerical value. Because of this, kilowatt hour is used measuring the unit of electricity. So, 1 kilowatt hour is also 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. Right? When we are expression that value in joule, it gives a large value. Make it a local value. Therefore, actually, we are not using it as a joule, right? That's why we are using it is as a kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour is used. The energy consumed in a second by a device with a 1 watt power is equal to the 1 watt second or 1 joule කියලා අපි කියනවා. ඒක තමයි මේ relationship එක පෙන්නලා තියෙන්නේ. Okay, right. Make චුට්ටක් කියව ගන්න. So then after that you have the question, page number 3. Right? Can you read the question? Right. Before that, measuring the electric energy in kilowatt hour. Right? ඒකේ commercial unit එක තියෙන මේ heading එක කියව ගන්න. Points එක කියවලා I will give the 3 minutes. Try to take the answer for that question. And after that, let's discuss. Right? අද මෙච්චරයි කරන්නේ ළමයි. Right? මේ ගණන් තව ගණන් දෙකක් විතර හැදෙනවා. ගණන් ටික හදන මෙච්චරයි. ඉතින් ඊට house electrical appliance එක next Tuesday කරමු. Right? පුළුවන් නම් ගෙදර තියෙන මීටර් එක දිහා ගිහිල්ලා මේ electric meter එකට යන්න. මේ වගේ parts එහෙම පොඩ්ඩක් බලලා එන්න. මේ ඒවා දැක්ලා ඇති. Right? මේ වගේ දේවල් තියෙනවා. Right? මේක නම් මේ අලුත් එකක් use කරලා නැති එක. Right? පොතත් එක්ක ඒ ටික බැලුවා නම් ලේසි වැඩේ තුන. ගොඩක් next Tuesday class එකේ අපිට revision කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි. or Sunday revision එකක් කරන්න plan කරන අපේ syllabus එක ඉවර වෙනවා. ආන්සර් එකක් ගන්න try කරමු ළමයි. හරි ළමයි අපි යමුද ගන්නට පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න. right අපි යමු ගන්නට. උත්තරයක් ගන්න try කරාද? හරි what is the question මේ බලන්න. If the bulb each having power 100 watt are used 3 hour and 5 bulb, right? 4 bulb. If 4 bulbs each having 500 watt are used 3 hours and 5 bulbs each with power are 60 watt are used in 4 hours daily. Find the electricity consumption during a month. Right? මාසයක් ඇතුළත consume කරන electricity එක අහනවා. So how do we calculate it? If a 4 bulb each having power 100 watt are used 3 hours and 5 bulbs each with the power 60 watt are in 4 hours daily. Find the electricity consumption during the month. කොහොමද අපි මේ වගේ ගාණක් හදන්නේ? දැන් electricity consumption එක අහන්න. How amount of electricity used in end of the month, right? එතකොට මේක හදන්න පුළුවන්. අපි දන්නවා relationship එක මොකක්ද කියලා. Right? මේ බලන්න energy consume, right? 100 watt how many bulbs are there? 100 watt 4 bulbs 100 watt 4 bulbs used in 3 hours. පැය 3ක් use කරනවා පළවෙනි කතාව. Second instance එකේ තියෙනවා 60 watt bulb 60 watt 5 bulb 60 watt 5 bulbs 4 hours 4 hours daily පැය 4ක් use කරනවා. ඔක තමයි කතාව. right අපි කොහොමද මේක calculate කරන්නේ? දැන් කොච්චර use කරාද කියන එක මේ දෙකම we want to give that kWh kWh වලින් දෙන්න ඕන. right අපිට මේක ගන්න පුළුවන් මේ බලන්න. energy consumed by 100 watt 4 bulb energy consumed by 4 bulbs right energy consumed 4 bulbs of 100 watt power of 100 watt power right in one bulb is power 100 watt in 4 bulb mean 400 right it's a 100 multiplied by 4 because why it's 4 bulbs how many hours right how many hours 3 hours 3 hours and it will come right make අපවම චුට්ටක් clear නම් පැහැදිලිව right look at this one අපි මෙහෙම ලියමු you can get the idea about well it 100 watt how many bulb 3 bulb into how many hours 4 hours මම h දාන්න now what is the final answer right 3 times to 4 12 so it will come 12000 simplify නොකරත් කමක් නැහැ 12000 watt hour 12,000 no 1200 watt hour watt hour right important watt hour right what is the unit finally we want to take finally this we want to take by the kilowatt hour right ඊළඟට second එකට එන්න energy consumed by 5 bulbs of 60 watt power 60 watt power කොහොමද අපි ගන්නෙ? ඒකට මේක වෙලා ඉන්නේ ළමයි 60 multiplied by how many bulb 5 bulb into how many hours 4 hours වැරදුනාද මට කලින් yes වැරදුනානේ මෙතෙන්ට 3 hours එන්නේ නේ කොහොම ආරුණත් answer එක එකයි right 4 bulbs 3 hours කියලා ඉන්නවා හරිද මෙතෙන්ට එන්නේ 5 bulbs 4 hours එහෙනම් final answer එකේ 4 into 5 20 20 into 5 into 4 20 20 into 6 20 into 6 in a total amount of energy total amount of energy is equal 1200 plus 1200 නේ what hours විදියට ඇවිදින් තියෙනවා දැන් මේ කොච්චරද per day දවසකට අපෙන් අහන්නේ කොච්චරකටද right asking about that month එකකට අහන්නේ එහෙනම් we can write it total amount of energy consumed by month total amount of energy consumed by month so what do you want to do then this value right that means 2400 value should be multiplied by 30 right then the finally what do you want to do then right it's a watt hour you want to tell that whether the final answer is kilowatt hour total electricity consumed during a month consume during month මාසයක් ඇතුළත කොච්චර පාවිච්චි කරාද පුතේ 2400 divided by 2400 into 30 watt hour divided by 1000, then it will come finally kWh kilowatt hour එන මෙයාට මේ ටික simplify වෙනවා. Finally you can take the answer 24 times to 3, then 72 kWh unit kilowatts 72ක් use කරලා තියෙනවා. පැහැදිලිද කතාව? I think you got the idea about that. What is it? Right මේ බලන්න. Right අපි මොකද්ද කරේ? watt hour කරගෙන right ඒක 1000 වලින් divide කරා. එච්චරයි. Did you understand this thing? Yes or no? Did you understand here? Just put the raise your hand if it is okay to you. Raise your hand දාමු ළමයි බලන්න. මේක shape න. පැහැදිලි නේද? Okay, right, good. හදා ගන්නකෝ. Do it quickly. හරි පුතේ finish. Right, okay. මේකේ ගැටලු තියෙනවද? Do you have any question here? මොනවා හරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් අත උස්සමු බලන්න. නෑනේ. හරි මේකේ home electric circuit එක මම එන අනිත් දවසේ discuss කරන්නම්. ඒක ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ක්ලාස් එකේ අපිට පුළුවන් ඒ මොකද අපි කරන පාඩමේ බොහොම පොඩි ප්‍රමාණයේ තියෙන්නේ. එතනින් පස්සේ මේක ඉදිරි ටික යමු. එතකොට related term එකට අදාළ පාඩම් ටික ඉවරයි. අපි next day වල ඉඳන් revision එකක් කරගෙන යමු. fully syllabus එක overall syllabus එක revision එකක්. mixtures කරන්න හිතන් ඉන්නවා revision එකක්. Geometric optics revision එකක් කරන්න හිතන් ඉන්නවා ටික කරගෙන. Okay ළමයි. Then let's stop today class. Good night you all. Bye, everyone.